Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing the Booktube edition of the TMI tag, which was created by Jix Books, I think that's how you say it. This tag is 50 questions, so without further ado, let's begin. What fictional character has the best style? And I think that is Isabelle Lightwood from the Mortal Instruments series. I just love her style so much. Next one is your book, girlfriend, boyfriend, fictional crush. So for me, it'd be Jace or Finnick. Those are the two that I really loved the most. I ever loved a character but then started hating them. Sebastian from the Mortal Instruments series, actually. I kind of liked him at the beginning, but then obviously, yeah, if you read the book, you know what happens there. I did not like him. Biggest, longest book on your shelf. That would be my Game of Thrones books, which are up here. I don't feel like getting them out because they're all in a box set, but they're all over 1,000 pages each. The heaviest book on your shelf. That would be this massive book right here, my Lord of the Rings bind-up. This thing, like, you could, like, bash somebody's head with this. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It's so heavy. The next one is, do you have any book posters? I have book to film posters of the Twilight movies. I have one actually over near my door. Do you have any book themed jewelry? I have a Twilight bottle cap necklace, but I don't know where I put it. But that's like it. Book OTP, Clary and Jace, and Katniss and Peeta are like my two main ones. Favorite book series: Mortal Instruments series, the Hunger Games trilogy, the Alex Rider series, which is back here. I have a lot of favorite series. Favorite book to movie soundtrack, and I'd have to say Catching Fire, because I love that soundtrack so much. A book story you miss or wish would continue. I liked the ending of the Mortal Instruments series, but I do wish it would carry on with Jace and Claire. I know we're getting like more continuation with other characters, but I want more Jace and Clary. And also, I would kind of like to see the Hunger Games continue. If I'm being honest, it'd be interesting to see what their life is like now and everything. So that would be kind of interesting to continue. Favorite standalone? I'd have to say Project 17 by Lori Farias Solers for that. I love this book so much. I don't read a lot of standalones, so it's kind of hard to pick a favorite one. We haven't read a lot of them, but I love that one. Next one is, since when do you read books? Ever since I could, but I wasn't ever extremely serious about it until middle school, but I've always read. Just never really seriously until, like I said, middle school. Which Hogwarts house are you in? I took the Pottermore quiz, I think it was, and it said Gryffindor, so I guess Gryffindor. The quality you look for in a book. Very gripping. I like a story that can grab my attention and pull me in, and that I like the characters and everything. Favorite book quote. I've used this so many times on this channel, but it has to be, it takes 10 times as long to put yourself back together as it does to fall apart. And that's from Mockingjay. Favorite author? Cassandra Clare, definitely. Favorite book cover? I have a lot of favorite book covers, but one of them that I love is the Lunar Chronicles covers. And I only have Cinder right now, but I love these covers. I think they're just done really beautifully. Action or romance? Definitely action. I don't like romance books. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? Just stay where I am. I don't really go anywhere. How long do you need to finish a book? A week or so. Just depends on the length of the book. If it's a longer book, it takes longer. And if it's a shorter book, it takes maybe a couple of days. How long is your mourning period? I don't usually have one unless it's for a series that I'm waiting for the next book to come out. Then I'm like, I'm like dying for like till like the day of the release, and then once if I'm like gripped on the series, then I never really get over. Like I want more. If that makes sense, I don't know. Yeah, least favorite book, The Crucible by Arthur Miller. I hate that book. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I will never talk about that book ever. I hate it. Turn on in a character. I like witty and sarcastic characters that are very strong-willed and that stand up for themselves and the people around them. Turn off in a character, just being a complete jerk. I don't like that in characters. Reason I joined Booktube. And I kind of just like stumbled upon it, so I completely lost it. Okay, yeah, I kind of like stumbled upon it and thought I love to read, so why not give it a shot? Yeah, name a scary book, and again I revert back to this. This is the scariest book that I have read. Yeah, I don't read a lot of scary books. Last book that made you cry. I don't generally cry at books, but the last time I wanted to cry at a book was Mockingjay. I was in school, so I was like, yeah, I was just like very upset, and yeah, I was close to crying. If you read Mockingjay, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Last book that you gave 5 stars. I don't ever really use the star system, if I'm being honest. But I would probably have to say City of Heavenly Fire for that one. Any favorite book titles? This is going to be like a kind of a sneak peek. I didn't get it down, but it's going to be kind of a sneak peek into this month's book haul. But probably my favorite book title is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson. I love that title. I think it's just hilarious and I love it. Last book you read, The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and that's up there. Book you are currently reading, and it is Idols by Margaret Stohl, and that's in my bag. Last book adaptation you watched, and that would be The Maze Runner. A book character you always wanted to talk to, Katniss. I think it'd be interesting to talk to Katniss. An author you always wanted to talk to, Cassandra Clare. Favorite book snack. I don't generally eat while I'm reading. Usually I read at the library, and you can't have food in the library, so yeah. Book world you want to live in. I kind of like to live in Idris. I think that would be really interesting to live there. Book world you do not want to live in. The Hunger Games world, that would suck. Last time you smelled a book. I don't really smell books unless I have like a noticeable smell. Like older books, or sometimes books from the library have like some sort of weird smell in them and you can't help but to smell them. Weird insults used in books. The Maze Runner has some pretty weird insults. Favorite book romance. Katniss and Peeta and Jason Clary. My answers for everything, I swear. Those series are like my favorite, so I'm using them for everything. Do you write? Yes, I write, and I'm currently working on a book, so that's really fun. Favorite magical item? Probably a magic wand, because you can do a lot of stuff with that. Quidditch position. I've never read Harry Potter, so I'm not too sure on that, so I could just say watch it. I will watch Quidditch. And plus I'm terrible at sports, so yeah. Name a song you connect to a book. Yeah, this is like stretching it because the song was written specifically for the book, but Girl on Fire by Arshad is like related to the Hunger Games, and yeah, I know it's like it was written for that, but yeah. And also I've never read the book, but There's a song that was kind of inspired by, I think it's called Invisible Monsters or something, by Chuck Palahniuk. And there's a song by Panic! At the Disco called Time to Dance that I know like the synopsis of the book and stuff, so like I think of that every time I hear the song. Favorite book related chat up line? I don't have one. Ever used it? Obviously not. Favorite book fandom? The Mortal Instruments fandom and the Hunger Games fandom. How many books do you own? 585 books. It's a lot of books. And who do you tag? Whoever has not done this and wants to do this, I tag you. So yeah, that is it for this video. So until next time, bye.